Hey, all you beautiful people. All right, so today we're gonna go over one of my favorite traps, and that's the spring snare trap. Oh, did I hear you ask why? I think so. Okay, so the spring snare trap is probably one of the most effective traps for any size game. You can catch anything from a squirrel, a small rabbit, even birds in a spring snare to a deer. You can catch a young black buck or a young fawn, a whitetail fawn, anything that your whatever cable, paracord, anything that you put to set your snare with, if it's strong enough to hold that animal, this spring snare will catch that animal. So we're gonna go over it real quick. I have a young, strong oak holding my paracord. And I have a running bowline right here. A couple wraps because I needed to shorten it down a little bit. Running straight down to my trigger stick, which is right in there. Bait stick in the middle. And this is the bait stick holder right here. I'm trying to keep my face out of the way. I don't want to get hit by this. And holding your main holding stick, you have two Ys, what I like to call figure sevens, with about 8 inches of depth, beat into the ground. That way they can't pull out easy from all this pressure, because that is a lot of pressure on this young oak. And you attach your paracord to your trigger stick. Off of your trigger stick, which usually is a clove hitch, your extra cordage, you then do a slip knot and you create a snare. So you have your snare here on top of your trigger stick, and under your trigger stick you'll have bait. You don't have to have bait. It could just be a natural trail for all matters, because that's one of the awesome things about this trap is it can be on a natural game trail or it can be baited, and it's still extremely effective. And I like to add these little twigs propped up against my bait stick. And the reason I do that is because if something is to walk over this and they're not interested in bait or anything, that gives extra surface area to be able to knock that trigger stick if they manage to step over it, even though they stepped inside your loop. So let's go over how this works. All right. 2 figure sevens, holding stick. Trigger stick, bait stick going across the center, and another holding stick. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm Mr. Rabbit right now. So Mr. Rabbit's coming in. Oh, he's not even interested in that bait. Oh, he thought he was gonna jump over my trigger stick. So he's gonna hit this one on the backside. See that little one? That's not even my trigger, or that's not my bait stick. But he's gonna land on it. And when he lands on that, he set it off with that extra surface area, and it launched him up in the air. I mean, you've seen how fast that was. And your trap still remains here. So your holding stick never moved. Your bait stick is still here. Everything that you need is still there. All you have to do now is retrieve your animal out of whatever tree he's in. So that is why the spring snare is my favorite trap. Thanks for watching.